In this video, we'll be installing a skin for the Xbox One. Here you can see, we'll start out with a small strip on the right side. Tack it in place, and then align it as you go up. For the main section, we're going to use the release liner as a buffer. Peel this away, and then install the release liner back down, leaving the logo exposed as well as a small edge along the side. Register the Xbox logo in the front, and then make sure it is nice and squared up with the rest of the Xbox. Tack the film in place, and then remove the release liner out from underneath. Smooth out any air bubbles. Now on to the bottom. Repeat this technique where we will be using the release liner as a buffer. Peel the liner away from the kit, install it back leaving about an inch in the front, and align the rubber feet. Once you have these registered, tack the film in place and remove the release liner out from underneath. Once the release liner is gone, go ahead and smooth out any air bubbles. Now onto the front. This square is just a simple peel and stick installation. Align it with the corner and then work your way across. Add light pressure and then go back and seat the film. The next section here involves the same technique. Align the film, tack it in place, and then smooth it down. Repeat the same process here, but leave the top edge alone. We will be going back and adding heat to make sure these sections stay seated. Here you can see we're adding the release liner again as a buffer to help us register this piece, as it sticks very well to the glossy plastic. This will help us to register it. Once you're happy with this registration, tack the film down, remove the release liner, and again, we won't be putting the curve down yet. Here you can see we're going to be heating the back side of the film to soften it to help with it going down around this curve. This will help make sure that it stays seated. Once the underside of the film is warm, go ahead and add pressure as you slide down the edge to slowly work it around the corner. We'll repeat this step for the other side, warming the underside of the film, and then working it around the edge. You can add additional heat to these sections and firm pressure to make sure that they stay seated. The techniques on the back will be similar to those on the front, as we will peel and stick these sections and then be going back and adding heat to make sure they stay around the bends. Align the film with the main section around the vents and tack it into place, but again, not putting the bend down just yet. Here, you can roll the release liner back just a small bit and align the cutout. Once you're happy with this registration, you can peel away the rest, taking care not to stretch the small strips. Align the rest of the installation. and work down the small strip. Now we'll be going back and adding heat to work around the corners. Once the film is soft, again work it around the bend. Go back when you're complete and go back and add firm pressure to seat the film. Repeat this process for the other side. Again, once complete, go back and add firm pressure to seat the film. Now on to the side sections. These again are a simple peel and stick installation. Locate the main side here with the large piece and register that with the corners. Tack the film in place and work it down. The small pieces are best to align at the corner. Again, just a simple peel and stick installation. Again, starting at the corner and then adding the rest of the pieces. At this point, your installation is complete, and we thank you for choosing iCarbons.